What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ashley, and we are here with another episode of our Journey of Love podcast. And I'm here with my wonderful, amazing, adorable, handsome husband. Hi, honey.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't get the usual. What up?
Wait for it.
Oh, okay.
What up, though?
There we go.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You look good.
Thank you.
You know, you look blessed.
I am.
Your favorite.
Blessed. Highly.
Yes.
Highly favored.
Found you a wife and got an obtained favor from the Lord.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
What we talking about today, babe? We gonna jump right into it.
You know, I had a couple people hit me up. And this topic comes from our listeners.
Okay.
They want to talk about insecurities. Insecurities, you know, from a male's perspective, a female's perspective, just in general. Because, you know, we're all human and, you know, everybody out there thinking they're a G, you know, a soldier, or they hard in the paint. But, you know, deep down inside, there are insecurities, and everybody has them, even though they might not admit it. Everybody has them. So.
I agree. Well, first of all, thank you. Shout out to our listeners. Thank you for
because they listening,
tuning into us and sending us suggestions and questions and things of that nature. We greatly appreciate it. So we're gonna tackle this topic of insecurity for you all, and let's see how this goes. I agree. Everyone has insecurities.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect example was Aisha Curry.
Yeah, it was. That actually caused a lot of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually shocked at some of the responses. Actually, responses from both male and female perspective on that particular comment. So I think this is a good topic.
Mm-hmm. I
think it's not something that's really highly discussed.
No, it's not.
I think that everyone is in a place in I guess society wants everyone to be real. And I'm using air quotes. But when people are real, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that, or I can't believe you've done that, or I can't believe this. But it's like, well, what do you want? Do you want real authenticity, or do you just want to say, or want people to say what sounds good, you know?
A lot of people like to hide behind the mask, so.
They do.
Yep.
They do. So let's tackle it. So, I guess we can start with the male's perspective.
Okay. Me ain't going first today?
Yes. We're going to switch it up.
We're going to switch it up.
We're going to switch it up. Since you switched up your intro just a little bit, we'll switch it up.
Did I switch it up a little bit?
Yeah, instead of saying what up though first, you said, hey.
Yeah, I guess. I apologize to the people I let down today. Starting off with, you know, guys, we are molded to be that rock.
Okay.
Solid as a rock, and you know, we're you know, groomed to not show no cracks. Okay. So, but we do have some.
Now, is this something that is discussed amongst like the homies when y'all are in y'all little hangout mode, chill mode, whatever it is you do? Do y'all guys ever talk about that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
How did that conversation start off? Like somebody just pour out their feelings? Like how does that? Like how that happen?
I mean,
just sit there drinking the beers. Like, man, let me tell you.
Yeah, hey, sometimes that's how it starts. I mean, all guys don't just tell every guy. They talk to somebody they think they can trust, and who can relate to their situation. Okay. You know, and then when you find that somebody can relate, then you both have a common issue or a common somebody's been through that, or you know, they could feed off each other and give advice on it and everything. So that's usually how it starts.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, men do it too. They might not admit. They might not come back and say, "Yeah, me and him, we had a conversation, yada yada yada." But yeah, men, not to be in our business out there, we do a little pillow talking, a little bit.
So through your conversations with the guys and just other men in general, what are some of the insecurities that they have talked about? Okay,
well, shout out to my awesome men's group.
We got a whole men's group.
Yeah, whole men's group. Shout out to them. I got some awesome feedback from them guys.
Okay.
Just to get different perspectives, and I didn't want it just coming straight from me. I just wanted from different angles.
Okay.
And
so this is married, engaged, dating, single.
Yep.
Oh, the whole spectrum.
The whole spectrum.
Okay, cool. Let's see what they said.
Some of the things they said was financially, and I think that's like real high up.
So what do you mean financially? Like, why is that?
And that's coming from a male, single and married. The reason why financially, because that's when a man feels like he's stable.
So if he is unstable with his wallet, pretty much, then he feels like he can't do nothing. He can't do anything in a relationship at all. Like, well, it's benefiting.
Yeah, like he doesn't bring a lot to the table, or bring something to. I mean, not a lot, but he can't bring what he wants to bring to a table. Because men, we're the ones who supposed to take care of everything, and pick up the bill. Or if you need something, you sick, or you need, if they want to splurge on you, or we're majority of the time paying the house mortgage or the rent. We're paying to get the car fixed and stuff like that. And so if our pocket's messed up, we like, So it feels like we cannot, do what we need to do to take care of everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And I hear you from that perspective, but at the same time, I think sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes some men can get too bogged down by the financial aspect that they miss all the other aspects that are critical to a relationship. I feel like some men focus so much on the money that it's like the money is all I have to offer or all I should be offering, and everything else is just a matter of if I feel like giving her a hug or if I feel like helping out around the house, then I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, that's when that whole mindset, too. Some men be like, well, I paid all the bills. What else do you want from me? But, it's like that relationships require a little more than just money. But I hear that, and I respect that. So, since we're talking about money, what if the woman is making more than the man? Like, does that just shoot the ego all the way downhill?
That depends on the individual man, on how his makeup is. Some guys do look at that as, dang, I can't take care of her because she out here making boss moves. I'm out here, he looking at over here eating crackers and little finger sausages and everything. And it doesn't help that sometimes women do throw it in our faces. So,
Okay.
When you have that aspect, and then also, some men don't want to allow a woman to throw it in our face because we know sometimes y'all like to cut.
Y'all do too.
We know that. We know that.
Y'all do
so
too.
sometimes y'all like to cut, even though you might not have never said it, but it'd be that one time. And then y'all went deep. He bleed on the floor. You didn't hit it, you didn't went there, and then now he like, I knew it, and then it's over there. But yeah, the financial part, it goes for the single guys too. Single guys, they don't really like, dating if they don't have no money.
I actually think that's smart. I really think that's smart because nobody wants to go out, for the lack of a better word, with a guy who doesn't have it together. Because, and not saying that money is everything, but at the same time, I'm cool for a Groupon date. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool for the little let's walk around the mall, the park, whatever the case may be. But I don't want to do that all the time. I want to be winding down sometimes. I want to, go on different trips. I want certain things. So it's like, I agree with that. If you feel like you cannot properly finance a relationship, a date, whatever the case may be, then I think you are absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. Sit at home and watch Netflix until you get it together. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
So what were the other ones?
Another is looks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think guys would struggle with something like that. So is this more like I'm not a bodybuilder, or this is like a...
we like to look good for y'all.
Do you now?
Yeah, we like to dress up, look good, make sure our hair good, smell good.
Get a nice line up with a good cologne.
Right. Gotta have that Steve Harvey line. That's it up. That's it up. So, yeah, we like to look good out there. We like to go into the gym. Some guys. Now, not all guys. Some, the big boys, they...
Yeah, but some women like husky men.
Right.
I'm not one of them, but... some like them husky, and that's cool. Some like them with... I know when... This is what a lady told me. She said, I like my men with just like a touch of high blood pressure and a little bit of diabetes. And I was like, what? But
hey,
she liked them big boys. I'm like, I don't need all them unnecessary health problems. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, somebody like the Majorla bird out there. Teddy bear.
You're not finna eat me out of house to home. I go grocery shopping on Monday, food going about Wednesday. Like, hold up, bro. What you been doing?
Yep, got a little Gerald bird out there.
A little Gerald bird. Okay.
But yeah, man, we like to make sure we look good, dress good, all that for y'all. That's mainly it. That's why we pick our outfits and stuff like that. We do it for y'all. It's not, some of it's for us, but for the majority of the part, we do it for y'all.
So let me ask you this. So if you can't match the girl's fly, are you saying that's a source of insecurity? Like if she is brand name from head to toe and you have on Target's best, is that,
I would say this. I would say this, that I know some guys feel either way. Some of them be like they're comfortable.
Okay.
What they're in. With their target or whatever, what makes them comfortable. And if a female's in her flyness, then some guys do feel like, hey, man, I don't feel like that's not me, but she likes to dress like that. So sometimes they try to tell them, why you gotta put all that fancy bougie stuff on? Why we just can't be simple?
But that might just be how she is. She
right.
might just be that type of chick. So I guess that goes back to the finances. It's like, would you be able to finance her lifestyle and how she likes to dress in the brands that she wears?
And that's the thing. That's part of the insecurity.
Interesting. What else they say? I'm just surprised I have these insecurities. I really am.
We human.
I mean, I know you're human, but I guess just never having a conversation with a guy about their insecurities, I just didn't think that was something that y'all would discuss or even think about, honestly.
Another one is fatherhood.
Fatherhood?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why?
This in general, especially for first-time fathers. They go through the whole aspect of, wow, they know how they are and where they are. And, are they going to be a good father? Are they going to, set a good example? Am I mentally ready to be a father? Because, some people are ready and some people are not. So, and then depends on who they having the the baby with, the situation that was going on. That might not be right. So it's kind of all in their head. It's like, man, am I really ready for this? Like, can I do this? There's no manual. And then another aspect on top of that is, what kind of background they had as far as the father figure, Well, their dad is there. Most dad is not. So it's kind of like, where are they getting their teaching from? Where are they pulling their resources? So yeah, that all goes through their head.
Interesting. I don't know if anybody's ever really ready for parenthood. Not just fatherhood in general, but just parenthood. I mean, you can get to a place where it's like, okay, yeah, I think I'm in a good position to have a child now, but like, I don't think you're like, I still think it's like you just kind of thrown in. You can prepare to an extent, but then it's just like, okay, when the baby gets here, it's like, oh, okay, what do I do with this human? Like, what do I do with it? It's depending on me to do everything. So what do I do?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, another thing is sexual ability.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That should have been number one. It should have been number one.
Sexual
right
ability. Sometimes we, trying to make sure, can I lay it down right?
So let me ask y'all this. So if y'all feel like y'all have not laid it down right, does that mean
we're always gonna think we're always gonna think we laid it down right.
No. Because y'all know if y'all ain't doing what y'all was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. We know.
Okay, so with those moments that you ain't do what you were supposed to do, do you feel like you need to have another chance to redeem yourself, or do you just be like, man, F it, I'm just not gonna talk to her no more? Like if you're in a dating type situation, or
no, look, listen. 98% of the time. Okay, I'll take 97% of the time.
High percentages.
Yeah, 97% of the time we are trying to knock it out of the park.
But what if the guy's really trying and he's just sucks? I'm asking for people. I mean, I don't know.
Well, somebody probably never told him that he sucks.
I'm pretty sure someone had
maybe
to along the way.
Maybe, but a lot of guys, our confidence in that area comes from the feedback we get from the woman.
But sometimes women be faking it though.
Facts, but but with this day and age, we know if you're faking it or not.
How you know? Is there an app for that?
No, there's not an app. A guy with good common sense and knowledgeable of what he's doing, especially if he's been, sexually active for a long time. He should know if a woman is faking it.
Okay. If you say so.
He should know.
He should know.
He should very know. If he doesn't know, woo. Maybe he does not have a lot of experience. Maybe he's lacking.
So, is it okay?
So we thinking, hey, and this was my thought process when I was young.
Okay.
I was like, man, I'm thinking that the sexual intercourse with another woman was the thing to keep him.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you think that?
I mean, just being young and naive. Just, I'm good. Oh. She right. We good. She ain't going nowhere.
So as long as you handle things in the bedroom,
bang,
it's like relationship stop.
And you know what? That's just a maturity thing, because some guys still to this day still think that way.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case. But don't get me wrong. There are some who still stick around.
Yeah.
They no matter how bad, things are going, some sticking around.
They will.
So.
The good deal make you stick around for some things you just should not be involved in.
Should not.
So, okay, let me just flip that one, because you said that's the insecurity for y'all. So what if you're having relations with someone, you're in a relationship, and y'all y'all have sex, and the female's not good. So does that affect your confidence, or does that affect a man's insecurity?
No.
Okay. Is that a deal breaker in general for most men?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? If she's a good woman, listen, she got everything together. She got her own house. She got a car. She got.
Look,
I mean, ideal woman.
I
She
understand
just suck in bed. You just throw it all away.
I understand that. Listen.
Okay.
All of that. All that. What you just said? Cars.
Yeah.
Money and all that. What you do in the bed for a man trumps all that.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to y'all.
Because it doesn't.
But think about it. What do men always say all the time? Majority of the time, what are the things they want? This is very few. We want you to feed us good and just have sex.
So you don't care if the woman is intelligent and all this other type of stuff. That just don't matter.
You didn't see some of these baby mamas out here. Come on now.
Some people just, I had to get that rocks off.
Sometimes we be looking at like,
that was like,
you sure that was a oops? Come on. Come on. A lot of us don't ask for a lot. We just ask for a couple things. That's why our need list is short.
I just think that's crazy.
We don't ask for a couple things. You can probably get the world.
I just think that's crazy.
The world. If you just, let me get my rocks off real quick.
I just think that's crazy that you would knock somebody out just because they suck. Like, I mean, you might teach them. You can tell them, like, do this.
Y'all say it all the time. I ain't got time to teach no man. We the same way. We the same way. Especially when all y'all gotta do is pretty much just lay there or bend over. What are we teaching you?
I don't know. She might need help throwing the back chair. I don't know.
Hey, work on that fellatio.
Oh my gosh. Work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if that sucks, that's a deal breaker too?
Word. Oh man.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all guys are a trip.
Hey,
a trip.
That's where our priorities are.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need y'all to get some new priorities.
Because think about it. Sometimes, depending on the guy, you whack in the bed. That be sometimes the most disappointing thing. Like you see this bad chick.
Yeah.
Like, man, she got this, like you said, the money, the car, the house. Then you get home, get into the bedroom, and then she's hot garbage. You be like, oh man, I done wasted my time. She fooling me.
Dang, it's a waste of time.
This is bad. So some of them get a redo. Be like, okay, maybe she was just having a bad day. So you give them a couple of days, maybe a week or two. Do a redo. And if they bad again,
Have you had any redos? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Were they still bad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you just cut them off? You are terrible. Sheesh. Harsh.
Was it? I mean, I didn't do a cold turkey. It was just a nice ease out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was quick about it, but I ain't take my time.
You just stopped returning texts, or
Kind of, yeah,
use took
Jordan
longer to respond.
The Jordan fade away.
Oh my god, I can't with you.
It was blind. It was mind blowing. Like, oh my god.
Oh,
I was like, was it me?
You are terrible.
It was. I mean, I'm telling you, that first time it was just like I started questioning. Like, man, you know how y'all question it? Y'all question it. Y'all be like, wow, I was not expecting that. Like, nah, we're gonna do the redo. Then you put a little bit more effort into it, and it was still like, man. Man.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll leave that alone. Hopefully she ain't listening, whoever that is.
She don't know.
Oh, she don't know.
Nope.
You ain't telling her.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Trying to do all that.
All
It's
right.
being messy.
Being messy. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, let's, flip the script a little bit. What's laundry list of women insecurities?
Women are so secure. We ain't even got no list. We are together. Boom. Next question.
Sound good.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
You did.
I did. So I would say one of the top insecurities that women have just off dome would be just looks in the looks department. Anything from your hair to our waistline to our bra size to our hip proportion, all that.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say that's one of our number one insecurities.
That's almost like a side job for y'all. Y'all spends a lot. I mean, a lot trying to make sure y'all look good.
Yes. Beauty is definitely a money-making industry. Mm-hmm. It really is. I think one of the things is that we have, in this day and age, there's so many, we talked about before, Instagram models and just these unrealistic pictures of what women are supposed to look like. Small waist, big booties, big breasts, long hair, nails on point, toes on fleek. That's the standard beauty image, and that is what we are supposed to desire to look like. So when it's a world that's constantly telling you that's what's beautiful and you don't match that image of what's beautiful, it's like, oh, okay, well, let me go to the gym, let me tighten this up, let me do this, or let me go to the plastic surgeon, suck this out, tuck this, add something here. Let me go sew in some hair or throw on some hair, whatever you need to do. So yeah, I would say that's definitely a source of insecurity, especially when you're dating someone. If you're dating, engaged, and married, whatever the stage you're in,
Single.
Yeah, whatever stage you're in. If you watch how guys respond to certain females and their characteristics and all that, and it's like, okay, I mean, if you're single, in that single stage, it's like, okay, well, clearly that's what guys are looking for. Mm-hmm. So maybe let me try to look something like this. Mm-hmm. When you're in that, excuse me, like you have a guy, so that dating through marriage thing, it's like, yes, you my man, but you still paying attention to this. So it's like, all right, so are you not attracted to me? Mm-hmm. Because you're looking at that body type. That girl might be a size 4. Mm-hmm. I'm a size 10. So her and I ain't got nothing in common. So, do you still think I'm cute? Or, so it's little stuff like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to say this right now. That's where a lot of women get messed up.
Okay.
Because instead of them sticking to being who they are, being true to they are, they want to be a Barbie doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they think that's what we really want. Now, we might want what you call it, the new flavor for that second, but that's not, but that's not what we ultimately, because I mean, we'll test drive a lot of cars, but we only gonna take the car we want to go home with. So, that's what a lot, because I mean, truthfully, there's a lot of polls, and I've seen a lot of polls, and just me and my fellas in general, when we talk anyway, we really want the ones who are true to themselves, not the Barbie doll.
Yeah, yeah.
She gonna look good for us, but when she unveil herself and take all them sheets off, the hair, the extra eyes and lids, and the doggone hard waistband around there, nobody want to feel on that. The booty pad, and then she gonna be plain Jane. I mean, because you got to take out most of the majority of that stuff off. You going to bed anyway. So I mean, I mean, every woman has that, like I said, has had that at some point in their life. I think that's something that you kind of grow out of at a certain stage, and you just get to a point like, listen, this is me, and this is just what it is. Mm-hmm. I think I got to that stage a little quicker.
Because it was just getting to the point, like, whenever I met guys, I didn't get sweatpants, t-shirt, basketball shorts, Nike slides. Like, I'm not doing all this. I'm not doing it. And not because I wasn't trying to impress them, or it was just, I mean, this is me. 9 times out of 10, I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. If I need to step it up, throw on them heels, go get my makeup done, hair done. Okay, I'm bomb.com. Believe that. But that's not me all the time.
Right.
You know? So my thinking was, you're going to get what you're going to get majority of the time, which is this. This is what you're getting majority of the time. And you need to be okay with that. And if you're not, I don't know what to tell you, boo. You know? So, yeah, that was kind of my thinking.
Okay. What's another one?
So, I would say another one would be how guys, I know this kind of piggybacks off number one, but how guys interact with other females. And this doesn't necessarily have to do with appearance per se, but just if, you know, like you and I are in a relationship, there are certain ways I would not want you to interact with another female, you know? So if there's an interaction that I think is inappropriate, it's like, first of all, what you doing? Okay, that's one. And two, you're looking a little flirty. So what was y'all talking about that y'all doing all that? You know what I'm saying? And then it could also be the thought of, well, you don't interact with me like that and I'm your girl. So yeah, what's going on with that? You know, so I think that's something to take into consideration, especially for men to understand that your interactions with people of the opposite sex has to be appropriate and something that your partner is comfortable with. Whether your partner is there or not, the interaction level should still be the same. What you think on that? Do you agree? Or have you seen that or witnessed that?
Yeah, we see it all the time. Y'all get that. He's fine. Oh.
I mean, hey, some people be a little too friendly. Oh, hey, how you doing? We're good. Thank hello. We are fine. Thank you. Don't sit down.
You know what's funny? That, just, from hearing other women talk about, that, what you just said, with other women, they, y'all are funny because y'all are, it's like y'all are in a nonstop competition with each other. And y'all do not know how to come to, I guess, what's a good common ground because y'all don't know each other. Y'all, it's like all of a sudden your threat alert comes on, especially when there's a woman you've never seen before, don't know who she is, never heard of her name, but he knows her. It's like, who it is. And so it's kind of like y'all don't, from both sides of, she's maybe not being threatening, but doesn't know how to come correct because she doesn't know you, because both of y'all don't know each other.
Right.
So it's kind of like that middle ground of unknown. So, it's just funny from just hearing both sides of, well, I'm just, here not trying to, be disrespectful and this, that, and the other. So, I mean, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. That I guess it's just something with women in general. I don't know if it's so much a competition, more so as a, big respecting. I would say, like, if it's someone that I have never met and I don't know, then yes, I want to know who you are. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. But, and I think this kind of goes for the men too. Y'all have your thing, but it's just, let's just be clear. Mm-hmm. I'm here and he's with me. So let's just address that. I think a lot of that can be diffused by proper introductions. Mm-hmm. Like if someone's to come up with you, like, oh, hey, this is my wife, Ashley, yada, yada, yada. This is so-and-so from work, yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay, cool. How you doing? Boom. that could have solved that whole thing. But if it's just a situation where I'm standing there, you keep calculating, hello, who? I'm sorry, I'm his wife. Who are you? Hello. Oh, okay.
So the guys out there, please introduce them first. Do not go in any kind of dialogue without introducing them first, because you have problems.
Philmore, no, I'm crazy.
Y'all will have issue. Please, it might be straight on the tip of your tongue. Stop. This is such and such right here. How you doing? Let's meet so we can go play outside. But guys, we are different. We don't, we have that what's up moment. Like, I'm here. You see me.
But that's not really different. Y'all just do it in a less subtle way than we do. I mean, a more subtle way than we do.
Yeah, it don't have time. We don't have time to be trying to be showing out, acting fool.
Well, it's not so much showing out.
It's be like, what's going on? How you doing? Then we give them the firm shake.
Yeah.
To see if you weak or not. The firm.
See, y'all over here having a hand wrestling.
That's how we turn. See, like I said, y'all over here having that unknown. I don't know. But we gonna hit you with the handshake. Okay, we gonna see where you at. We gonna see where you at. Like, okay, he might crush me a little bit. We're gonna see. Like, I got him like that. You shaking with the hand. Hey, what's going on? All right, I'll be right here though. And then y'all commence.
Yeah. I just think it's I don't know. I think that's always tricky, especially when it comes to situations where you're dating somebody and they're really cool with someone of the someone with the opposite sex. I think that's that can be a sticky situation. Because I've definitely been in situations where, and still to this day, have a really good guy friend. To the point that I'm close with the family. The family knows me. But now that you're married, it's just certain things that can't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which I respect. That's not the issue. The issue was that I felt anyway on my behalf that I presented myself in a non-threatening manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey girl, what's up? Do. And it was still not received.
I was just finna ask it, but that's not. I don't think that's always the.
And it was, and I think partially it fell on him for several reasons, and this would be the stuff that I would try to talk to him about and tell him. Now I can't take up for him because he was cheating. Okay. So from that regard, I understand why she was looking at me half crazy. But the thing was, he won't cheat with me. Do I know who he was cheating with? Yeah. But that ain't my business, because I don't know you. I know him, So from that aspect, I get it. But from another aspect, I'm like, I don't, because, like I said, I presented myself in a non-threatening manner. It's like, hey girl, ooh. Him and I would hang out sometimes, but it was always, invite her or at least tell her that I'm going to be there. My thing, again, back to respect, like, don't ever put me in a situation where I look bad. Especially if you're dating somebody, you marry somebody, don't make me look like the bad person. And I think it was a couple of situations that he just failed to communicate. And it made me look like the bad one. I'm like, I ain't even did that, So I think that's something that women need to work on collectively. It's just kind of, I feel like if someone presents himself in a manner that's respectful to you and saying, I know you're with him, I understand this. I understand you have boundaries. That's cool. I'm not a threat. I just, I'm here, So, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So what's another one?
So let's see. We done talked about looks. We done talked about interactions.
I know y'all got more. Don't sit there and act like y'all got.
Let me see. What else are we insecure about? Or could be insecure about?
This is taking too long.
I'm trying to think, because we are just such perfect creatures.
What? What about jobs?
Jobs in what sense?
I mean, just period. Because working with men, I know that's an insecurity. Sometimes should be.
Why should it be an insecurity?
Because y'all don't have no issues as far as like trying to get to the top and in a man's world. That's not an insecurity.
I don't know if I would classify it as an insecurity. I that's definitely a challenge.
It's a challenge, not insecurity.
No, I don't think it's an insecurity of sorts, but I do. I don't know. I've never been in a situation where I felt insecure in that scenario. I was more so pissed, because I'm like, I have way more credentials than him, been here longer. My projects have been the one that's successful, and because he has something swinging between his legs, he is the appropriate candidate. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it was more so that didn't make me feel less than, it just pissed me off. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think sometimes other women can bring out insecurities within us. Mm-hmm. If I have to say something else, I think that would be something too. Mm-hmm. Just kind of going back to the competition. Sometimes we're just in competition with each other, and just through conversation, might be trying to one up somebody, and mm-hmm. Now I feel like I ain't crap because you talking about all this great stuff you have done or have achieved, or the man you're dating, or whatever the case may be, and I was over here feeling proud of myself, but now I feel like dang, I ain't doing that. Mm. I think that's another one of them. Let me see.
It has to be more. Don't. Don't.
Why don't you give me something? You said we got a whole list.
I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman because, y'all emotional creatures, so y'all worry about a lot more things than men do. So that's why I'm like, it has to be more.
It's a lot of stuff that a lot of people are insecure about. Lack of attention. Let's use what Aisha Curry said.
Okay, yeah. Lack
of attention from our man and or other men. Mm-hmm. That could be a source, especially after you done popped out babies, been with a guy for so many years. And then you're just not getting any acknowledgement from other men. Mm-hmm. That makes you kind of question yourself, like, dang, I thought I was fine, thought I was bomb, and I ain't hitting on 2 cents because ain't nobody trying to holler at me. Mm. That's definitely a source. Mm.
Poor thing.
Why you say poor thing?
Because she thought she was hot off the press. Hey, man. Some guys will give a woman a reality check in a minute.
Yeah, they will. They will for sure.
Because I will wholeheartedly believe that song Beyonce came out with, Irreplaceable. Mm-hmm. I don't think she just made that for the women. I thought she made that for everybody. Mm. I took it as like, you must not know about me.
I was just about to say, is that song? You must not know, but I ain't no big Beyonce fan.
Right.
Look, the Beehive about to come up here stinking.
Ooh, child, hear her mentions. Hear her mentions.
Don't mention me in nothing. Okay, I said what I said.
But yeah, when she came up with that, I was like, this is tough here. Okay. If you go beyond the chorus and just listen to what she's saying, mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like that was a song that could have been, actually a male wrote it. Neo, he wrote the song, mm-hmm. and then gave it to Beyonce to sing. So,
but what? I think that's also part of the problem in society today, especially when it comes to relationships, that everyone has this mindset of you are so replaceable. Mm-hmm. That nobody works out anything. Mm-hmm. At the first sign of trouble, everyone runs. I don't know. I think that actually causes more harm than good to have that relationship. No, I'm not saying or advising anyone stay in a relationship that is not productive or benefiting you in the future that you plan to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think it's too much focus on, you don't have to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many people are in line trying to be with me and do that and da-da-da, do-da-da-da? And you know what? Now, we're talking about, that could be another source of insecurity, the constant, do you know who I am? Like, do you know how many people trying to be with me?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like,
mm-hmm.
well, how you know how many people trying to be with you? Like, what you been doing? Da-da-da-da, you know? So, yeah, I think that's another thing. So, I guess my question would be, how do all these insecurities from the male side and the female side, how does that affect the relationship? Whether you are early stages dating all the way to marriage. Like, how can these insecurities affect your relationship?
In my personal opinion, I think it can, you just got to find someone that can, well, first of all, it comes, I think maturity has been an aspect.
Okay.
Because some of it, you have to grow out of.
Okay.
Because some insecurities that I had, me personally, when I was in my early teens, 20s, are not the same insecurities that I have now.
Yeah.
Because, I give a real good personal insecurity when I was an adolescent.
Uh-huh.
For years, I used to have people talking about my nose.
Mm-hmm. So your looks was part of your insecurity, or
that one aspect.
Okay.
Yeah. So you talking about 8, 9, 10?
Yeah.
Because kids cruel.
Yeah.
And it was universal, no matter where I went.
Mm-hmm.
So it would go like, dang, is my nose that big? Like,
you started questioning.
yeah, like I'm like, whoa.
Uh-huh.
Even in high school, that was a thing. Some people used to call me nose. Uh-huh. Ooh, I wish somebody would call me that in the street now.
What a nose?
Right. Do you know what? Somebody a couple years ago did call me that.
Was you ready?
Was
you ready to lay pause?
It didn't. What was so crazy about it? I've been out of high school for a while now, so it was like I haven't seen an individual in years.
Yeah.
Since high school, maybe. No, I've seen him since high school, but it's been years since I've seen them. But that was the first thing that came out the mouth. But I didn't see them when they said it. I just kept hearing nose.
Yeah.
But it didn't register.
Okay.
Because I haven't heard that. Nobody's called me that. And so they just kept saying it. And I'm like, and then when it rung a bell, I was like, who was getting called nose? And then when I turned around and then I saw it was one of my ex-high school classmates, it was like, really? And they thought I was going to respond to it the same way I did in high school. Nah. But, as I got older, college came, nobody called me that. But then, it got to the point where I'm like, it's my nose. Right. It was a maturity thing, like. Psh.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It functions. It does what it needs to do.
Right. And my checking skills are
impeccable.
Right. So, if somebody decides that they want to go there with me about my nose, we can go there.
Yeah. So what was like a relationship insecurity that you had?
Relationship insecurity.
Time, with me or with any previous relationships.
I would say financial.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say financial.
And that was earlier on.
That's probably been, from day one, I guess, with anybody.
Okay.
Financial stability, I would say.
Okay.
I'm stable now, but you still have your ups and downs with money.
Yeah.
Even though money does not, rule me, but I still wants to be able to provide and, do things for X, Y, and Z. So yeah, even when I was, dating young or, to older now, but that was a thing. If I wasn't, my bag wasn't right, I wasn't trying to, I would tell anybody that if I don't have the money, I'm not taking you out.
And I would so appreciate that.
I'm not taking you out.
I'd rather you tell me that and have your card declined. I'm still.
I've never had my card declined. Never.
I'm glad.
I'll take that back. I've had it decline, but I still had the money.
because my date still ain't had the money.
I still had the money. You know, it's sometimes I might have to show them, hey, look, it's in the account. I don't know why it's not scanned on this card. But thank God we have Cash App and stuff like that now, so it can be like, can you get it? I'll just Cash App you.
I would have looked at you crazy. I was like, what you mean? Can I?
Let the card. Hey, now I can,
you.
Sometimes I can be a little trife, and that card and the strip on the back can be just sometimes be wore out so much, and I know I need another one, and sometimes it might slide over here at the gas station, but not slide over here at Target. So sometimes you be like, hope it slide. But now they get the chip now, so they don't even have to worry about it sliding no more. Be like, get the good now. That chip, they don't have the chip. The chip gonna take it. That's sliding now. That's gonna take it. But yeah.
So any emotional insecurities at all?
I don't think so. Not for me. No.
So you A1.
Yeah, I've never been insecure emotionally.
Yeah, he ain't got no feelings for real.
I do have feelings.
Not for real.
But it's never been a insecurity. I've always been in a place where if you gonna like me, you gonna like me. If you're not, you're not.
So you was never concerned on anybody cheating on you?
If they are gonna cheat on me?
Yeah, like you never had an inkling with anyone you dated. It's like, I don't know about her. She might be doing something or has the potential to do something. Like, did you ever have that before?
Let me see. For the most part, no. I've had, women cheat on me. But you know what's crazy? I used to catch them. Huh? I think the few who did, I caught them every time. I caught them every time. I don't know. It was like that sixth sense. And then it just started putting one and two together. And then all of a sudden I started catching them in the acts. And then, I'm, how I am. I like to set you up and then make you look stupid. Because now you didn't already make me look stupid. Then I'm just going to put that egg on your face.
Lord, doing the most.
I know. I just...
You doing the most.
You did the most trying to cheat on me. So let's we finna play now. Okay. All right. But yeah, emotionally now, if I felt like you was gonna be one of them, we didn't go in no relationship. We might have just hung out or yeah. Or I didn't mess with you. Like that, so.
Okay.
Right.
So I guess the gist of everything is to realize that it's just important to remember that everyone has insecurities.
They do.
That it's going to be virtually impossible to be in a relationship with no insecurities at all from any part. And I think it's just a matter of understanding, what your own personal insecurities are. And then handling them, how you handle or address your insecurities or how you don't handle your insecurities can really affect your relationship. I think it's important that you and your partner talk about it, whatever those insecurities are. If they do something that upsets you, like I said before in the previous episode, you might need to just take a minute to really figure out why you're upset, what it was that triggered you. And then talk to your partner and say, you know what? When you was talking to so-and-so, I was upset. And I was upset because I feel blah, 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 blah. And that is one of my insecurities. And yes, I'm working on that. But in the process of me working on that, if you can kind of handle that situation differently, So I think it's important to realize that how you handle your insecurities can really affect your relationship positively or negatively. And I think that's key.
Okay. You know what? I just thought about one that y'all have.
Oh, Lord. What?
Yes.
What?
Because, we got this whole black men don't cheat movement.
Oh, it's the movement?
You know that? You got a whole Instagram page and everything?
Oh, let me see this. Go ahead. Continue talking while I look for this page.
I mean, so is that an insecurity for just women, period? Because just dating, that they think that all the black men or just men gonna cheat on them anyway. So it's just like, I'm scared because you got a lot of women out here. I'm just doing me. They don't want to be in those relationships. They're just
because y'all be doing the most. How many times I gotta tell y'all?
So is that an insecurity? Would you call that an insecurity?
Dang, they really got a whole hashtag.
Oh yeah. Skits and everything. T-shirts, man. They got a black men on T-shirts.
First of all, I just like to say I appreciate the positivity to our people, our black men, in trying to present a positive narrative for our community. But I'm going to strongly disagree with this hashtag.
Oh, look at you!
I'm going to strongly disagree.
She said strongly. The political answer. She on CNN, Fox News. I'm going to strongly disagree.
Yes, okay, so this is my thing. I think that we can consider that an insecurity of the fear of being cheated on or mistreated or another woman sliding in. I would say yes, that is an insecurity. I will never understand, me personally, why a person will decide to cheat. But I guess that's just not for me to understand. Mm-hmm. But I think when that happens, you put that other person at a crossroad of whether this relationship is worth fighting through all these emotions and things that I have to get through to get back to a good space. Mm-hmm. Or if I just need to go the opposite way and say I'm done. Black men don't cheat. Wow.
This is new to her, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, we got sweatshirts.
Mm-hmm. It's a movement. We didn't came up with y'all done had the Me Too.
Okay.
Black men don't cheat.
Now I will say some of these posts are positive that I'm seeing. Like it says, never leave home without a kiss and a hug, and then I love you. Little stuff like that.
Because you think about it, you got a community of black men who don't cheat are really trying to, hey, we out here doing some things.
Like I said, I appreciate trying to change the narrative. I just, again, I think the hashtag is a little too general when it says black men. That means all black men don't cheat, and that's just not the case.
It didn't say all. It didn't say all black men.
Men is plural, so it says black men. That's encompassing a group. That means
you
that's
added
all
black men.
But that's all inclusive. Black men is all inclusive. Mm-hmm. If you are a black man, this hashtag is pertaining to you. So I cannot sit here and say black men don't cheat. Mm-hmm. Because we need to just come out with a black women cheat. Make some shirt. So it should be some black men don't cheat. But I really do appreciate the narrative and the positivity that they're trying to do in the African American community. So I'm not gonna come down on it too hard, but yeah, that whole cheating thing, child, that's a whole nother topic. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just
anything pop up?
No, I thought I would just add that out there.
Yeah, honey, I'm behind on the game. I'm saying like he got a whole.
Wow. You'll hear flabbergasted.
I mean, they taking pictures in photo booths with the hashtag. Okay. This is okay. All right. Interesting. So, good show.
Yep.
I guess we can make our grand announcement. So, we have been working on something special for you all.
We have.
We have something in the works. So we decided that we're going to do a family edition.
Nice series.
Yes, a family edition series, starting in the month of July. So we're starting now to kind of get the word out. Essentially what it is that we have interviewed both of our parents, his mother, his father, and then my mom and my dad. And the purpose of it was to get a sense of understanding of our thought process and how we grew up and how it affected our views on love, and how we then had to, Philmore and I had to come together to kind of work through some things based on our different upbringings. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be a really, really good series. I think it's something that not a lot of people discuss and talk about. I think it's, good to kind of go and see where our parents' mind was when they were raising us, mm-hmm. and, offer different perspectives as to why we think the way we think, and, how some of those things complemented, with Philmore now, how some things complemented, and then on how some topics, it was a conflict. So we are going to dive into that topic. We are really excited about it. I think we got one more recording or two more recordings with our parents.
Yeah.
And we should be,
we're almost done with it.
Yeah.
Been working on this for a good, month?
Yeah. Good little minute.
Yeah, a little month.
So, we had a little brief couple of weeks of not hearing our voices. We appreciate your patience while we just work through life and scheduling.
Right. We do have outside jobs.
We do. And the whole family and all this other stuff that we work through. But we are really excited. So be sure, spread the word. July, we will be doing a family edition series on love. Anything else that I missed about that? I think that's pretty much it for that.
No, that's
I don't
it.
want to reveal too much.
Just seeing from their mouths what they instilled in us and our foundation, and why we are what we are. Yeah. Some of the things that they told us to believe in, and Yeah. So that's where you're gonna get a little taste from them. Yeah. You get to hear their voices, and you hear some things that for some reason we shockingly didn't know about on the mic. So
gotta ask the right questions.
Right. So I hope y'all listen to it and be excited about it.
Yes, I'm super excited about it. I know.
It's all their podcast debuts.
It is. That's right. They star us. They about to be stars.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we thank you as always for tuning in to our Journey of Love podcast. It's been great. Be sure to follow us on all of our platforms. As Philmore say, we are on
everything.
Hey, we on everything. That's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Podbean. I feel like we missed something else. Spotify. Yeah. Like you said, everything. We on everything.
Facebook. I think she said that, but I just put that out there.
We on everything.
Everything.
So until next time, guys, remember, love is patient, love is kind. We'll see you back here next time. Peace.